All right, we are live.
You gonna screen share here?
Yes, I will do that. Let me get in the chat over on the side here because I forgot to put it there first, and then I will do that. There we go.
Let me see if I can get the chat up without it lagging too bad.
But I should still screen share, right?
Say what?
I should still screen share with you either way.
Yeah.
All right, there you go. And let's get in a cube. One needed. In. We did it. Sweet. We got right in there.
Sweet.
Chrono, you had a very sick read, my friend. You were totally right. All right. It's
We
got
got
some good
here.
stuff here. We've got a mole drifter, which is tough for me to pass. I won't lie. What's up, y'all? But we've also got a couple of really nice, like rampy, reanimation-y type things with Grizzlebrand and Elishnorn. And they make a nice couple here too, don't they? I never noticed that.
Yeah, I think. Well, if we're gonna do reanimation, we probably just do Grizzle Bizzle, right? He's just
Yeah,
a little more busto.
yeah. He's more busto. Mole drifter fits into kind of more stuff, right? Like
Yeah.
I
Um,
feel like just taking mole drifter because I'm an idiot, but
I I feel like taking Grizzle and then like abandoning it if we go into some other archetype, but
okay, that's fine.
yeah,
I'm with you. I don't mind to just go big, and if it comes together, then your deck is just absurd.
yeah.
Oh yeah, that game where the guy milled himself out with Oath of Druids, that was sweet. That was super sweet.
LSV's last video was very entertaining.
Don't spoil
This,
it, just in case people haven't seen.
yeah.
I haven't, but
Um.
let's see. Shelldock Isle, Counterspell, Watery Grave, Findhorn Elves, Is It Signet? I kind of like all of those.
Yeah.
Shelldock Isle is kind of an interesting one here because I think we could take Counterspell, and I don't know if you've noticed it, but Shelldock Isle's just been wheeling. Like people just don't know that it's good. It's really weird.
Yeah, that's true. And this pack isn't like super strong, so I don't really think
No,
it'll wield it.
it's yeah, that's true. That's a good point. It is unlikely to wheel even in this pack. That is true. I feel like just taking Counterspell though.
Yeah, I could take that, or it's either that or one of the lands.
Yeah, I'll take the Counterspell. Counterspell is really good. Like it's very hard. Oh my god.
Hmm.
This is like the chicken test on, well, how blue do you want to be? There's a Cryptic and a Vidalcan Shackles.
Yeah. If we were gonna take a card as blue as Cryptic, I would rather have Shackles. I think
I think you're
Shackles
right.
is Shackles is just more broken and
Yeah.
like.
I hate
th-
shipping Cloudskate and Cryptic after taking Shackles, but I think I'm going to do it.
It's tough because like they're like even though we've gone counterspell into like having the option of having Cryptic, it doesn't really feel like there's enough counter magic in this cube to like just do like a hard control deck like that. There's no
Yeah.
forbid,
Hey,
or anything
Matthew.
like that.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
Ooh, Signet, that's pretty good.
You like the Demir Signet here?
Yeah, those things are pretty underrated. They're
I
like
think you're
quite
right.
good.
Yeah, I like Demir Signet, Preordained, Brain Maggot. I like all of those. What about, let's just say that Grizzlebrand wasn't in our pile. Would that change anything? No, right?
No,
Still just
I
Signet.
yeah, I think so.
Yeah. All right, well, there's a Necromancy.
Yeah, I like. I mean, we're not giving up a whole lot here, right?
I mean,
Not
I think
much
it's just the
else.
right pick, like,
Yeah.
right? I mean, I would like to be able to get Grizzlebrand into play somehow, and Necromancy is one of the better ways to do it.
Um.
Interesting. Hero's Downfall, Sidisi Path. There's also Pentad Prism, which is kind of a thing.
Yeah, Inkwell Leviathan's also another good reanimation target.
Oh, yeah, that's true. And it can even go to the graveyard actual, so that's true. I think Inkwell's like a medium grade reanimation target, right? Like, I like
Yeah,
having it because you can also, like, if you pick up Tinker, you can tinker it out.
it's just very hard to interact with. Like they don't have the what's the big blue green flyer? Um,
Oh
that used
yeah,
to be in the cube.
yeah. I know
Yeah,
the one you mean. The 8/8 flying trample shroud.
we better pick something. We're about to run out
Yeah.
of time.
So I'll take Hero's Downfall and just try to stay in black. I hate that pick. I hate all of those options, but
There's a Putrid Imp for discard.
yeah, I never end up running it.
I don't see what else we'd run here unless we want to go into white. You know,
I,
for
I
like count.
considering going into white.
Yeah, could
I've
go
liked
into
white quite a bit.
Council's Judgment's a pretty good card. It just
Yeah,
always gets its man.
it is, but Hero's also great. Yes,
Yeah.
Simic Sky Swallower. Thanks, Althar. I'm going to take Bladehold. I'm just speculating here. I'm not convinced that that's what we're going to actually do, but
A Shield Dad.
yeah. Although it's kind of
Mom.
mom, but yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take it though. Another reasonable reanimation target. Here's our wheel pack. It was bad when we opened it, and nothing came back.
Could take Palancron in case we
Yeah, just
go into
I don't know.
go into some
Palancron
kind of
because
like
I guess
some
it's
upheaval like time spiral type deck.
yeah, there you go.
Take Necropotence. That's a way to discard Gristle.
But doesn't it exile it though? Yeah.
Yeah. That is kind of a non-bow, but what else is there?
Tombstalker. Isochron Scepter, do you do anything? Counterspell?
That's pretty good.
Yeah, but we're not going to have enough to actually make it work.
So does Hero's Downfall too.
But it's got to be a 2-drop for a Scepter.
Oh, does it? Yeah, I have actually never played that card.
Yeah, apparently. Take Chapel. So the blue predictably dried up. And I wouldn't expect to get a lot out of this next pack either. So, we probably won't end up being in blue. It's possible. Right now, all I know is that we want to be in black. Yeah, Palancron Recurring Nightmare is a thing. I mean, Recurring Nightmare is a thing.
Yeah, I would take a Recurring Nightmare pretty high. The card's sweet.
Yeah. No, I agree, yeah.
I guess just take Goblin Guy because it's the gnarliest against us.
No, we did not pass one, right? We didn't pass Recurring Nightmare.
I never saw one. I my IQs to that card very quickly.
Mine does too. Some Overmaster in the chats asked. Oh, he says no. Or
Yeah.
what the? Come on, Overmaster. I expect better of you than that. This is my jump to conclusions, Matt. This is the problem? No, this is a good thing. This is the good thing. Oh.
Soul Ring, you say?
Yeah, there's also an Animate Dead.
Oh, screw that. Soul Ring's so broken. We just don't pass that card.
Alright, fine, you're right. Gotta hope that Animate Dead comes back. I'm telling you what, I'm drafting this deck as if that Animate Dead is coming back.
Soul Ring just lets us cast Shieldred, like on turn 4.
It's true. Oh man, what the hell were they thinking when they made this card?
They were thinking, well, only a couple of the 100 players that play this game are going to have one.
Yeah.
And they'll be legends.
I think that, I mean, I guarantee, like, I don't know this, but I would bet that they made Soul Ring that was 1 and it tapped to add 1. And they said, well,
Yeah.
that's boring. Why would you
Right.
want to do that? Let's make it 2. And they're like, okay. and then now we have Soul Ring.
Gilded Lotus?
Yeah, I guess that is the peg. This deck is just doing nothing. Like,
Well, I see. I like now. I'm thinking we're not going into a reanimator deck. Now I think we're just doing a big mana deck, which is where you should be in cube, anyways.
we're reanimating. We've already got Necromancy. We're gonna get that
Yeah,
Animate
yeah.
Dead back.
We can just ditch it though. I want to
Would we?
upheaval.
What do you? What? Yeah, but we don't have one. If we had one, then I'm totally on board. But we
We're
don't
gonna
have
get
upheaval.
one.
All right. So the plan is not to wheel the Animate Dead or whatever. It's to open or get past an upheaval.
All I know is that every time I just draft big mana and just it comes together. Like it just ends up working out. I haven't drafted a lot of Reanimator in this queue, but it doesn't seem particularly awesome.
I mean, it isn't unless you have this guy.
Yeah, that's a good reason to go into it for sure.
I want to take Force of Will.
Ooh. Oh, I don't like that pick.
Got to do something.
Yeah, we could have gone whatever into Mindslaver here and just got, you know.
Yeah, I might just still take Mindslaver. Unless we want Inferno Titan that we can't cast.
Yeah.
Random Signet. None of these are good. Sure, I'll take Mindslaver. Swords are just flying around the table as well.
No, I think we take Vampire Tutor.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, that's a good piece for our deck. Ooh, Gravy Train.
Yeah,
Gravy Train is like where you and I meet, right?
Yeah.
That's like the cross like of our favorite cards ever.
It is my actual favorite card, I think, of all time. At
Oh,
least
there you go.
casting it in draft.
Luteral Core?
Yeah, it's a way to pitch stuff.
Yeah.
No, hold on a second. Edmund wants me to open the door for him.
All right. Edmund is Woody's dad.
Kid, that is not. That is not true.
This only does their graveyard.
Yeah.
I guess we just take Repeal.
I
These
had
are
the
all
door-
fine cards, but there's nothing really good here, right?
Yeah, no, I would probably just take Repeal.
I like the swords. I just don't think we have the deck for it.
You got a Polluted Delta there.
Yeah, that's nice. Polluted D with a cool artwork.
Oh, man.
What's wrong?
Yeah,
Are you all right?
no, I just cracked my neck. Yeah, I had the door closed because I didn't want to wake our Marsh and our buddy Lee had surgery today. He's passed out on my couch right now. I'm supposed to be. Yeah. See, nobody drafts this crap in
it.
Powered Cube.
Doing it.
That's why that's why I take.
Hey,
Soul
what's
Ring
up,
over him.
Hedge? Now the stream can officially start.
Speaking of hedging,
Number one subscriber.
I should cancel my Kenji subscription and subscribe to you. Like, he doesn't need it.
Because you can only subscribe to one.
Yeah, man, $10 a month's a real deal. You can get like Netflix for that price.
No, you stay with Kenji. He needs it more. Oh yeah, there's I guess an advertisement that gets shown at the beginning now. Either way, which is I guess part of the deal.
I didn't. Oh yeah, I guess I didn't see it because I got screen shared, right?
Yeah, because I'm just sending it to you directly. Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
keep seeing
can
this.
also play commercials. I have a button now that lets me run
Yeah.
some commercials, but I don't really want to do it.
Every time I watch Paul's stream, I just see this really super emotional commercial, and it's just for like a dishwasher at the end of it. Like, it's like this, like, you know, stay-at-home dad. He's just grinded his way
Should I take
through.
the Vampire Nighthawk or the Thought
what is
Adele?
what is Thought Adele again? It steals an
It's-
artifact
yeah.
from there.
Yeah, and I can cast it.
Um,
Yeah, I'll take it. Sure.
yeah, I think that's got more upside.
Yeah,
If they have
nobody's
something
playing red, then this is better.
like, if we see a Lotus from our opponent at some point, then we just put this in and just get broke.
Hey, Hedge, I've been talking about you this whole time.
See, now, if we had taken the Gilded Lotus, this Villainous Wealth would be ill in our deck.
I'm still taking it.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't know how the emotes work, if I'm allowed to make them yet, or how it works. I haven't looked into it, but one dude sent me one already. The guy that made them for Kenji. He sent me an Elmer one. It's pretty cool.
We should have taken that Petri Dimp. We have, like, no way to get stuff in our yard.
Yeah, this is Woody. He's had the same mic the whole time, I think, right, Woodrow?
Yeah, maybe I just pointed it at my mouth at a better angle, or
I don't know. I'm normally really picky about that stuff, but you sound fine to me. The Putrid Imp,
Yeah.
it'd be fine. I mean, I just find you can usually just do better. Like Ludo Core is way better.
Yeah.
We'll find it. If we don't get any others, then it gets annoying, but usually you do. Una's Prowler is a card you can pick up.
Yeah. I mean, the best
Ooh,
stuff's just
Jesus.
like
Wow. Look at this pack.
yeah,
Gifts,
Worm Coil and
Battlesphere,
Gifts.
Worm Coil, Frosty. So Gifts is a way we can get stuff in our yard, right?
Yeah, it is. You just search for two
You
things,
just get
right?
two fatties. I feel like Gifts has, like, I guess one theory is that we will get a fatty back. There's Frost Titan, Worm Coil, and Mere Battlesphere, which I love all of them.
Also, Woodfall Primus.
Where's
If
that?
you
Oh,
had
yeah,
to.
Woodfall 2. Yeah, I like that guy too.
Yeah, I probably just take gifts and just
I
wheel
just
something.
don't know. What else are we doing with Gifts, though? Like, Gifts to discard 2 is crap. Like, that's not a thing.
Um, that's
I like taking Worm Coil here.
yeah. I mean, I don't know. I feel like they're pretty interchangeable. Like if you
Yeah,
go off early, like no, I mean the creatures are pretty interchangeable. You know, like
sure.
enabling recurring nightmare. There we go. Yeah.
We could
Sucks
take
to
that.
pass.
There's also Thrandy.
Throwing Dynamo was so sick, but
Yeah.
yeah, recurring is just
Yeah. Oh, Jesus.
there we go.
That's pretty good.
That is
And
good.
we might get back this Una's Prowler. There's 2, 4, 6, 8, 1, 2, 3. There'll be 5
It,
cards
it,
left in the
it,
pack. We'll definitely get that back.
if Animate Dead wheel, then we're gonna wheel Una's Prowler.
Exactly.
Big Jace.
So Nightmare's interesting because we actually really need cards like Prowler because we've only got 8 creatures, right? So we're not,
Right.
going. And then this is with the current build.
Worm Coil Engine and Recurring Nightmare is like the awesomest thing you can do in
It's
Magic.
just the dumbest. Oh man, doing that against a mid-range deck.
Yeah. I remember I was doing that and Deranged Hermit back and forth. And
Hey Narfadu, what's up, man? Our early picks have been. I'm taking click here.
why do you like that card so much in Power Cube? I don't think it's that
I
good.
think it's great. Like it messes up combo decks. It's a card we can sack for Recurring Nightmare. We can pitch it to Force. I think Vidillion Click's fantastic. What would you take? Would you take Dig or
I would
Dragon?
probably either take Dig or Dragon Lord. I guess,
Man,
but
over Click?
yeah,
I find that deeply offensive.
I just don't really like Click in this cube. I don't know.
All right, well, I'll show you how to do it. You're just doing it wrong.
Been winning a lot of cube drafts lately.
Have you really?
Oh yeah, I've been smashing.
I haven't.
I peeled off like 4 in a row, something like that, single eliminations.
Look at you. That is impressive. I'm gonna take Makeshift Mannequin.
Yeah,
Right. I mean, I don't love Makeshift Mannequin, but there's also just nothing else here. What do we get back with it? Grizzlebrand is like our only. No, Worm Coil too, right? We have to sack it.
yeah.
Yeah, so that's good for Worm Coil. Gravy Train's good for it too, and it's an instant. That's pretty good actually. Recurring Nightmare is one of your 10 favorite cards, Ore. That's sick.
Recurring Nightmare is really sweet. Oh, it's so good with Grave Titan too. Oh my god.
Yeah. It's not one of my favorite cards. I like valuing off with it, but I don't know. I don't enjoy the card that much. Yeah, we're cutting Mindslaver.
Mystical Tutor.
So
Right?
Mystical Tutor gets Vampiric Tutor. That doesn't seem good. Counterspell, nah. Animate Dead's an enchantment, so it can't get that. It can't get Necromancy or Recurring Nightmare.
Yeah, maybe
It
it's
can
not
get
actually that good.
Force or Repeal. Yeah, no, we're not taking it. We can take John Finkel. We could take Bazaar.
Yeah. Oh man, that
I mean, how all in do we want to be here?
maybe not that all in. I'm not sure,
I
but
don't
yeah,
know
maybe.
either. I guess it's better than anything else here. We'll take it, but it's pretty all in. All right, Underground Sea or Shriek Mom.
I think we have to take Underground Sea. It sucks. Because Shriek Maw is also really good with Recurring Nightmare. Like that's
Just to mow down their board.
yeah. It's just. I mean, it just. It's just that link in the chain that gets you value. As you go off with getting bigger stuff. But I think Underground Sea is kind of important, right?
This is
It's also
not a 24-hour now.
It's also an island, for shackles, because I'm assuming
Yeah,
we still want to play shackles.
totally. Yeah, it is. Oh,
Living
Living
Death.
Death.
What's a thing?
So now we have Living Death Bazaar? We don't have enough creatures to get back. Maybe we just want Skin Render.
Skin Render's also really good with Recurring Nightmare. Yeah, maybe we should do that instead.
I wonder. I feel like we want to specifically like Living Death can be really good.
Yeah, I actually think you talked me into it. I like Skin Render better. Yeah.
All right. I am a little concerned about our game against mid rangey. All right, give
Yeah, we
Skin
got.
back. Yeah,
You want that over the drown?
I think so. I guess I took it a little quickly there, but
Oh wait, probably maybe we just want to cack the Arbiter if we're like definitely not going to play the.
because we're searching with Vamp, Polluted Delta.
I guess we didn't really get any buried alive type effects.
No, I don't like playing those though. There's a Prowler.
Sweet.
Yeah, I like playing these. Ooh,
Yeah.
look
Yeah.
who came back, wearing his pretty necklace.
Probably Pride Mage because we have like
Snap off
value
Prime,
enchantments.
get that thing out of here. We can reanimate Obliterator. It's true. I don't think we can cast it though.
Have you ever had anybody sack a permanent to Obliterator? I played that card
Thank
probably a
you.
little bit more than most, and I don't think I've ever had anybody sack a permanent to it.
So you just think it's just 5/5
Well,
unblockable or
yeah. I
unattackable?
mean, like
No,
it wasn't
I'm
that
thinking it. I don't think I have. I don't
it
remember
wasn't that it
this.
was bad, but like I've just never had the
It just
game where like
yeah.
somebody like traded with it, and
I
I
mean, they're
guess maybe
certainly
just
not incentivized to do so, right?
yeah. That I mean, but that's the dream, right? The dream is that you like force them into a combat step where you make them trade off and they have to sack their entire board. I guess it just never happens though. People just scoop, right?
Uh, I don't know. I mean, I've blocked it. I've sacked a few permanents to it in my day. All right,
So
so we need to make just a few cuts here, nothing too crazy.
Puppeteer Click can go, right? Because that's only their yard.
Yes. Palancron can probably go too. We're not going off with it, right? Like,
No.
if we get Recurring Nightmare going, like, what do we do?
Yeah, we don't have enough counter spells to like really have a lot of value in keeping our mana untapped all the time. We probably cut that and repeal actually, right?
Maybe.
Uh, we could side in Shadow Mage Infiltrator if it looks like it's actually going to get through.
Yeah, that's true. We're starting to get a little light on creatures to sack to to Nightmare.
Yeah.
Could take out Force of Will.
In a surprising twist of events, Edmund wants back in through the door he went through.
Hey.
What a cat.
We could cut Makeshift Mannequin.
Yeah. Oh, hate that.
We've got Necromancy, Recurring Nightmare, and Animate Dead. Like, do we really need 4 recursion things when we don't even have that many ways to get stuff in the yard in the first place?
Yeah, maybe not.
I don't know. Maybe we do want the other one if we're bazaring.
Yeah, do you think we have to run Bazaar now? Like, well, if
I
we
think
run
we
Bazaar,
get to run Bazaar.
if we run Bazaar, it doesn't count as a land, right?
No, it's not a land. Yeah.
Yeah. So then we would have to cut 2 cards from this pile. That
Hold on.
isn't
Matthew says Palancron plus Recurring Nightmare plus Bazaar lets you draw as many cards as you want and make infinite mana. How does that work?
Wait, say that again. Oh,
We can read it in the chat.
so because well, eventually you have to discard your
Yeah,
recurring nightmare, right? Because
Yeah,
it goes.
I don't know what he means by draw as many cards as you want. That's the thing I don't understand. But
Yeah, because
he'll explain it.
your hand size goes down by 1, and
Yeah.
recurring nightmare returns to hand when you sack it to.
Right.
So
Should we play Tombstalker? That's an interesting. If we're bazaring of Baghdad, or we should be able to delve out a Tombstalker pretty easily. You don't have to
Um,
discard Recurring Nightmare.
yeah, but I mean,
You
your
just
hand
run
size
out of
goes.
cards, though. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
your hand size goes down by one every time because
you
it's not
tap.
like it's not DAC, right? You're discarding three,
Yeah, I'm not sure what he means. You play it, then tap Bazaar, and Palancron untap 7 lands. Okay,
right?
I get that part.
So recurring nightmare returns to your hand, and like let's say
You
in
just
this
you
situation you have to
replay
have
because you
four
have
cards.
well, you have infinite mana or whatever. Yeah,
Yeah, and then yeah,
but each time
I
you
don't
activate it, you go down a card. So
yeah, I don't see how you go infinite.
oh, I see. So what you said originally wasn't quite true, Matthew, but I see what you're saying now. He says, well, we can just uh, nightmare back basically our whole
Yeah,
library, like of creatures.
right. But I mean, you understand that in every step of that interaction, the nightmare goes back into our hand, right? So
Yeah, but
you
we
can
just
only
recast it before activating the Bazaar again. Then we can have no cards in our hand. Tap Bazaar, draw two, discard them both, repeat, right?
mm, okay.
But whatever.
So it isn't drawing infinite
No,
cards.
that's
It's
what I
just
said. What he said wasn't right. It was close.
gotcha. I see.
Silumgar's one we could get rid of.
Yeah, we can do that.
I haven't tried it in the cube yet. It might be awesome. Hey,
Ye-
Josh Jellen, what's up, man?
did we decide that Gifts Ungiven was not good in our deck? Like, it is a way to discard
It
things.
is a way to discard. Um, Making a gifts pile. I don't know.
So
It's just awkward.
if we don't get gifts to discard, we go get like Jace, Force of Will, Recurring Nightmare. Um,
Why is it good with recurring nightmare?
well,
No, no. Matthew said Silumgar's good with recurring nightmare. I don't know what he means though.
oh,
Like we have to give the things back, so
I guess
you
yeah,
steal
because
it and then sack their guy. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
but you can't do Recurring Nightmare at instant speed.
No,
So
but you just steal it. You have it. You sack recurring
oh,
nightmare, and you sack their creature and return recurring nightmare, and then repeat.
I see.
Yeah, I can gifts for 4 fatties. I just don't like that idea at all. Like that's not a card I would play.
Yeah. Let's cut that all.
We
Let's
can't
cut
cut
the
all these creatures. We have to run.
well. Let's cut the Inquisitor for sure because we don't even know if it's
Acquisitor.
good. Yeah.
Well, it's
Oh.
pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, it's a
We are
gray
now
oak.
down to 10 creatures.
Yeah.
So we're getting a little iffy, and we're still running Shadow Mage Infiltrator, which I don't think is even very good in the cube.
Um. I mean, the only card that wants us to have creatures is Recurring Nightmare. And I'm kind of okay with it. Being a little bit of an iffy interaction,
Sure.
right? Like.
It's just right now, we have 5 fatties and 4 not. Like we're sacking like Shieldred to go get Grizzlebranders.
Yeah, but I mean, like a couple of our fatty,
We
like you
also have
said,
Shackles though.
like Silumgar, Grave Titan, Wormcoil, and don't mind sacking to, or I mean, obviously with Grave Titan you sack a zombie token or whatever, but
Yeah,
like those are three fatties that give us, you know, um, value when we sack them, so we don't really mind.
it's true. Hey Jen. Yeah, this is interesting. I don't really know what to do here. Matthew says he wants Palancron back in because he loves that card in this type of deck. I'm less enthusiastic about it. Like the
Yeah, we
problem
don't.
is that if we don't cast it, then we're reanimating Palancron, and that's really just not that great.
Yeah, I mean, I'm down to get an extra creature in here. I just don't see any non-creature stuff that we can really cut.
Yeah, so
Except
we
for
could
maybe
cut
makeshift.
Force or
We
whatever.
we could cut makeshift mannequin.
Yeah, we could cut makeshift. We're at 22 now though. I cut
We
gifts.
22 and Bazaar.
That's
So that's
I'm counting Bazaar. I'm
one.
counting Bazaar as a spell. We're at 22 with no lands. So we need to add a spell here.
Well, I see main deck 22 one lands, and if Bazaar counts as a land, then that's 23, right? Or I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
no,
if Bazaar counts.
main deck counts every card in here. We have 22 cards in the main deck right now. See, if I take Bazaar out, it becomes 21, and then I put it back in, and it becomes 22.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So we actually need to add a spell here.
Then, well, then yeah, let's make it a creature. I guess just put back in Shadowme, or we could put in Puppeteer Click, because
Mm-hmm.
Puppeteer Click is actually kind of good with all these interactions. Like,
Yeah,
it's got
it's
persist.
got
Like,
persist. It's also just kind of good.
yeah,
The problem is our removal suite sucks. Like we're not really killing too much stuff.
yeah, it's true.
It's also just a decent card, though. It really is.
Yeah,
All right, we'll do that. I like that. Plus, it matches our other clicks, so now we're just all lined up.
yeah. Nobody's messing with our click. Click.
Boom. So this thing wants us to play 9 swamps because it sees Grizzlebrand and stuff like that. We actually need to go up significantly on the.
Yeah, cool with like 7 or 6.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's see what this gives us. Because this is 18 lands technically, but one of them's Bizarre, so we're 17 lands, and this gives us 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This gives us 11 blue sources,
Okay, not counting
and 10
Demir
of
Signet.
and 10 exactly, and 10 of them are
Yeah.
actually islands, and then for black we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's good.
Yeah.
All right, deck submitted.
I am too hood.
You're what?
Oh, somebody said I was too hood because I know rap lyrics.
Whatever.
Marsh knows quite a few rap lyrics himself.
I
He's
do.
a big Notorious B.I.G. fan.
I am indeed. 10
As we
crack
both.
commandments. Did you see that article? Did you send it to me? Maybe I can't remember. Somebody did about where Biggie got those lyrics.
No.
He got got the idea. He got it from the source,
Okay.
and there was an article in the source that he
Right.
obviously read that literally is like that. But it's really cool to read it because he changed it, to rhyme and to be a little more artistic than what the stuff said.
Oh, I see.
I'll find it for you. But yeah.
I assume
All
at
right,
this
Matthew.
point
See ya,
his
man.
mama wasn't smiling yet because his name wasn't up in the source.
Yes, that's right.
All right.
Exactly. One to my Christmas missed us.
Well, this
Look at
looks
this
awkward.
hand.
Yeah. Well,
This is the best hand I've ever seen in my life. Oh, that's great. Oh man, I'm in love with that hand. All right, here we go.
this.
This is the
Going on.
business.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
I think we go
so
land and play Bazaar after, right?
Yeah, we don't want to play Bazaar until like the last possible
I've
second.
never
right?
played Bazaar in the cube. I don't think it was in the last one.
I feel like it was in one of them.
Okay, yeah, maybe I just never took it. All right, well, we're set up somewhat.
Yeah, if we have to go turn 3 Bazaar, it's not the end of the world because like we're likely to draw into a land off of Bazaar.
Yeah, we just
But
can't play it that turn. But
what we want to
you
do
are
is
correct.
to draw into more fatties, right? Because once we there we go.
Did
Because
somebody
that
say
one,
Fetes?
we can get really greedy if we want to, and just Necromancy back Shieldred, naturally reanimate Grizzle.
Looks like our opponent wants to play the control game with us here.
Um,
So I guess I crack Delta here to go get what's it called, and then just play Bazaar and just pass.
Crack this to get what?
To get an Underground Sea.
I would probably just play Bazaar and pass because if
Well,
we end
either
up,
way, I'm just saying like before I activate Bazaar.
yeah, it just gives us one less hit with one less land to hit with Bazaar because we're probably going to Bazaar into turn.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
I see what you're saying because we're gonna discard 3. We're discarding Grizzlebrand,
Yeah.
Shieldred, and something.
I'm just saying we don't want to take an Underground Sea out of our deck,
Yeah,
right?
that's true. All right. Whoop. Tap a land, draw 2 cards. What else is there to say?
Okay, so now we can actually,
So we're discarding the 2 fatties. That part's easy, right?
yeah, but now we can actually just vamp for. I think it's actually worth vamping for a land.
For reanimate. Oh, really?
Yeah, because we have Force of Will backup. I mean, this is like
Yeah, but
pretty
we'll
ill.
just find a land with Bazaar.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I think we just, or I guess necromancy. So you just want to get necromancy down, is what you're saying. Like you want to get a land so we can cast necromancy for sure. Yeah, that
Yeah,
makes some sense. Yeah.
but you know what you said is right. We can just try to loot into it. It's just that um
We also have two reanimation spells already. Maybe a land is it.
yeah, because
But
like I just feel like if we do draw, we're gonna hit a land and like we're probably ditching Vamp Tutor. It feels like a little
well, we
bit.
have all the pieces though. Like I
Yeah.
don't actually care about ditching Vamp Tutor that much. I'm trying to decide what to discard here.
Oh, you. Um.
I think it's makeshift mannequin.
Yeah, I like that.
Skin render. It looks so terrible here.
That does not look good.
Um,
Yes. See, I think this discard is gonna just get a little awkward because if we draw into a land,
oh,
like
yeah.
what are three cards we want to ditch here? That's kind of why I wanted to go for a
Well,
land.
I see. Well, so one of them being the other card, one of them being
Yeah.
skin render, and then something. And I see what you're
Because
saying, but
it
we're
just
doing it.
feels like we end up having to ditch Vamp Tutor anyways, and instead of rolling the dice on getting a land, we could have just
All right, so we're ditching skin render, swamp, and then, like you said, one of these is a little bit awkward. I think it's vamp tutor.
yeah.
Now the question is, do we want to? How do we want to do this?
So I think we crack Polluted Delta for a
Yeah, for I know. Do we just run necromancy out and just assume that our force of will is gonna get it through?
it's kind of hard for him to have two things. Yeah. The question is whether or not we want to get greedy
I know.
and, and get. I kind of think we just play it safe and get Grizzlebrand because then we can probably draw into a way to
Well, yeah,
recur.
that's all we need to do is just pop Grizzlebrand once and we're good to go.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't like going for Shieldred and getting the chain going yet
No, hell
because
no.
he could just have Path to Exile or
Oh, you
whatever.
can just have anything. Yeah. We can cast necromancy at instant speed on our opponent's end step also, which is something kind of interesting. But I think I'm
Yeah.
just gonna run it out there.
I like this Grizzle to stick around, if possible.
Well, I mean, if we get to draw off of it, oh my god, it resolved. I have no idea how that's possible. Our opponent's done nothing all game and has all this mana.
Maybe he's just trying to remove it or whatever.
Yeah, that's fine. We've already hit our land drop, so there's no point in doing anything with it right now, right?
No, I don't think so. There's no
Sick.
there's no split second way to like.
No,
screw-
there is, but it's in green. If he goes forest grip,
Oh
I'm just
man.
gonna throw up. Like stream over. Like if he goes forest grip, the stream ends immediately. All
Okay,
right, so let's draw 7.
We didn't find anything else to pitch to fourth.
No, but we can draw 7 more. I'm just what we need to do is get our plan for what we're gonna do next.
Yeah.
Because like we can protect Grizzlebrand with Force of Will here, or we can let this happen, and then just figure out how we want to win the game. You know, after having drawn 14.
Yeah. Let's see. So next turn we can't go.
No, we'll only have 4 mana next turn, so we can like play Jace. I think we draw 7 more here.
Yeah, because we can hit Soul Ring and then like have way more options.
Yeah,
next
or we can just hit another blue card. We can also hit. We did end up running a repeal, didn't we?
No, I think we cut it.
Okay, there's click. So now we have tons of creatures to sack to Recurring Nightmare, and that kind of becomes our game plan, I think. So I think we just let this happen. Do you agree with that?
I,
Maybe we just counter this, actually, because what we can do is counter this. If that happens, then fine. And if we don't counter it, then fine. And then we just go to town on Recurring Nightmare. Our whole entire graveyard's going to be full.
I can barely see how many cards does he have in his hand?
3.
Yeah, I would I would probably counter pitching click because I want to keep.
Why do you
counters.
have against click? What do you have against click?
It's just not that good of a card. Like
It
in
is
this,
a very good card. I don't know. I think Jace is probably better, though I'm actually somewhat concerned here with Jace just because we're at 11 cards in library.
Y-
Like
yeah, we can
churning,
probably ditch.
churning through isn't great for us.
We could probably ditch Jace. I think our next turn is probably just going to be like play Signet, keep Counterspell up. You know. So
Well, and then
um,
click him. All right. Well, that happened, but our opponent could easily have something else here.
right, if he doesn't do anything, then we could click him.
I mean, if he doesn't do anything, then we have counterspell. Wow, he didn't do anything. Like now we just leave up counterspell forever, right?
Yeah, we play Signet.
This is a weird game. I do not really know exactly what's going on here.
Yeah, like it's weird. Like you see all these decks that look like they're just going to be the all counterspell deck, and there just aren't that many counterspells in this cube.
Yeah, it's
You know,
probably exactly what's going on here.
like
Okay.
people are like, well, I'm going to draft the blue white control deck, but the blue white control deck doesn't look like a normal
All right, I want
blue
to keep
white.
a land here, right?
Yeah, yeah, you could probably just ditch Puppeteer Click. Like he doesn't have anything in his yard, and
Yeah.
we don't have any way to kill anything.
Shackles?
Um,
We've already got 4. We will have 5 islands.
Shackles is one of our only ways to interact.
Yeah, Una's Prowler, I guess. We're not discarding cards to it, although it does just
Yeah.
beat down. Yeah, I'll just ditch it. I just want to start like playing worm coils and stuff, I guess.
I mean, if this Grizzlebrand doesn't get dealt with like this turn, I don't, we don't really need to add to our clock.
Yeah,
I think we
I
just,
could also just ditch Grave Titan and worm coil because we can get them back. I'm
do we
just
care?
countering this. And this thing kills him in 2 turns. Like he clearly doesn't have an answer.
Yeah, I would almost just let that happen. Like we just have so many sick follow-ups that,
But we just get both of them this way. Like what I don't see why we'd let that happen. We clearly have a win lined up here. I'm going to click him on draw step and just lock him out of the game.
okay, well, if we're gonna do that, then we should play Shackles too, right?
Shackles or Recurring Nightmare.
I think we probably just don't want to show him the recurring nightmare so he doesn't sideboard against it if we can help
Well,
it.
we're showing him Shackles.
Yeah.
Try to be
Eh,
consistent, Woodrow. Try to be consistent. All right, there's your Shackles just in case you come up with something, and then we're going to hit you on draw step. And let's see what you're working with here. This way we can take away any sorcery speedways to deal with Grizzlebrand. I expect, like, I wouldn't be shocked if they just scoop here. This is sweet. All right, so they've got Angel of Serenity, Elspeth, and Augur. So we just do nothing. We don't take anything.
Well,
Oh, Elspeth 1, 2. Oh, they do
yeah,
have 5, so we have to take Elspeth.
yeah, we'd pull out Elspeth.
All right. Huh? Is this card good? Interesting.
I mean,
Is that a good Magic card?
it's like doing pretty little for us here, but yeah. I mean,
What?
it would
It just let us win the game next turn. Like
only because we ditched our counterspell for kind of no reason. Like I would have just let the Wrath of God resolve, and then we just keep counterspell up and click him.
what? I just don't understand what you're trying to counter. Then, if you don't want to counter something that lets us win the game the next turn, what are we countering?
Well, because if you
That's
look
what
at
I
our
don't
hand,
understand.
we're redundant against Wrath of God
Yes.
because we have Recurring Nightmare in hand, and we get to
Yes.
just go.
So what is the thing that you're worried about?
So
That's
so
my
we
question.
we pass with counterspell up.
No, I understand the plan. I know we can go play Recurring Nightmare, start looping stuff. We have that. I get that. I'm just saying, why wouldn't we counter? Like, what are we
Like
worried about?
like what if he untaps and goes balance? Like we're just screwed. Like I mean, there's like way worse things that can happen to us than him just.
Balance? That doesn't do anything.
Yeah, he has no creatures in play. We sack all of our dudes again. He has no
We
cards in
sack our
hand.
one creature, which is exactly
Yeah,
what Wrath of God would have done.
but I'm saying we're completely redundant against Wrath of God because we have Recurring Nightmare on hand. We get to just
Okay,
pass
but look,
with.
I'm asking you specifically, what is it that we're worried about?
I mean,
Like, that's the question. Like, because if there isn't anything, then we counter it. If there is
yeah,
something, Then we do.
There's got to be something in the cube that's more devastating to us than Wrath of God when we've got Recurring Nightmare in hand,
I'm
and
asking you to name it. That if you do, then I will agree with you. I couldn't think of anything in blue white, so I like
yeah.
slamming the door on him before he gets up to big mana. Do we want to do any boarding here? I feel like repeal could be good if he's going to play
Um,
like Oblivion Rings and stuff, or whatever it's called, Journey into whatever's.
Repeal doesn't do that much against Oblivion Ring, right? He just replays it.
Yeah, but I mean, we get like all these, like we get this thing or this thing.
Yeah,
Maybe it's not good.
it's not nothing, but did he play any artifacts that we want a Acquisitor for?
No. We could definitely play this.
Yeah. I mean, he didn't play a lot of creatures. Like it probably is getting in.
It probably is, and that's the kind of card that like really must be dealt with.
The other guy is Woodrow.
Yeah, that's my buddy Woodrow. I'm
Yeah.
gonna cut the puppeteer click. We didn't see a single creature out of our opponent, right?
Yeah. No,
Like, what
I
was
don't.
it? What was his hand? It was Elspeth.
Yeah, he's like
Augur.
he's
It
like
was an augur. Yeah, that's
yeah
not a
he's like
real
all
creature.
blue white planeswalkers. He
Yeah,
didn't really
yeah. I like
and
his
Wrath
deck.
of God. Yeah.
Didn't like against us though.
Yeah, that's a hand.
I think this is a keep. This we have the combo, right?
Yeah.
We have Una's Prowler to discard these things and then Recurring Nightmare. Oh, Bizarro.
Oh, they brought up a good point. Skin render's really bad against this guy too because it
Oh
has to
yeah.
target.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep. Yeah, we should have cut Skin Render. You know, that Augur of Bolas is not long for this world. We're going to Skin Render the ever-loving hell out of that thing. We've got the tech. All right, Prowler in. So we've got multiple discard outlets here. And we can just, like, make a Wormcoil engine.
Yeah, I like Wormcoil because Wormcoil is like
Because you like it with Nightmare, right?
yeah.
Right?
The question is whether or not we pitch multiple things to Prowler while it's in.
There it is.
Uh,
So
I guess we probably only pitched the one thing because of maybe we don't pitch anything actually because
yeah,
of
we have
Bazaar.
a Bazaar. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine. It's a little bit annoying because it was one of our cheap creatures that we can use for Recurring Nightmare.
Ooh.
Soul Ring's good. Soul Ring lets us play Recurring Nightmare and Bazaar of Baghdad this turn.
That's true. It's a little sketchy, like
Yeah.
exposing Recurring Nightmare without a window to actually.
Yeah,
I mean,
is.
like we're only a turn off of just casting Wormcoil in too. That's the other thing.
That's a good point. Like if we don't play Bazaar.
Yeah, we could just go Polluted Delta, Soul Ring, Ship.
I like that. Yeah, I like that. Because then, I mean, just casting Wormcoil's great, right? Because if he counters it, then that's fine. It's in our yard. That's kind of where we wanted it anyway. And we'll
Right.
find recursion with this. All right, so there's an artifact, so we'll note that. We do want to hit a land here. All right, well, we did it.
Feels like we're getting mana drained here, but it's got a feeling.
Mana Drain would be bad. I mean, like I said, the counterspell aspect we don't care about. Apparently, our opponent just doesn't have counters.
He just doesn't have any.
There's just
Yeah.
no counterspells.
I mean, usually these decks have a couple, right? And they're like
Yeah.
a couple of really good ones, but
Usually they
like
got something. All right, so next turn we go Bazaar, get rid of stuff, Recurring Nightmare, sack Recurring Nightmare, get back whatever. Like, watch
Yeah.
I bet you he'll play Elspeth here.
we get to Silumgar steals Planeswalkers, right?
Yes.
Sick.
All right, Journey to Nowhere.
Bummer.
Yeah. These are good answers for what we're trying to do.
Yeah, they're just good against blue black.
Yeah. Compulsive Research. Oblivion Ring Journey. I wonder if we just play Dragonlord Silumgar. Like, is playing it without stealing something that we're even remotely interested in? We could just wait a turn.
Yeah, if
I could also just play Bazaar and activate it. Worst case, we ditch the 2 new things in the swamp and keep this stuff. We want to get rid of Skin Render anyway. It's not going to do
yeah,
anything.
I like that. Let's draw some cards.
Yeah. Let's play some cards. All right.
Makes it easy.
So I guess we still get rid of Skin Render, or do I just ditch lands anyway?
I
We don't really
think
need lands. It's so awkward that we can't just play Skin Render. I'm just going to ditch
yeah,
these lands.
I would ditch 2 lands and a Skin Render, I think.
I mean, I think it's like, what if he just plays a creature, like something with flying? We'd rather just have the Skin Render, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, we don't need any more mana than this, or we need 1 more mana, but we can find that if we need it. Do I play Recurring Nightmare? Do I expose it? We've got his Oblivion Ring gone, and he doesn't have Counterspell mana up.
It feels like if he had a disenchant effect, he would have gotten Soul Ring by now,
Yeah, I think
right?
so too. I'm just going to play it. I don't know if that's correct or not.
Like we don't almost rather have him blow up the Recurring Nightmare than the Soul Ring. You know, like the Soul
Yeah.
Ring lets us just cast Dragon Lord, Silumgar, and it's just busted.
Hey, James, what's up, man? Me and Woody drafted a pretty sweet Reanimator deck. It's kind of a weird one, though. It is interesting how Bazaar of Baghdad does churn you through your deck as far as like actually just finding the pieces too, right? Like it's obviously horrible card advantage, but you know, when all you need is this one thing, then it does get you to that point.
Right.
Come on, play that Elspeth. What's going on here?
If we top deck click and we see like 3 Planeswalkers in his hand, we know he's ghosting. Oh,
Oh, our Grizzlebrand.
this is good for us.
Oh yeah, it is. We get to steal it. Though I gotta figure that our opponent is gonna be able to find some friggin' way to interact. No, I haven't seen LSV's cube draft.
How much is he paying you? We'll double it.
Oh, come on. Just get Grizzlebrand. And then we're going to steal him back. But like I said, what are the chances? I mean, look, we obviously have noticed that our opponent doesn't have that many counters, but they've got to have some, right? Like, we don't get to just hard cast Silumgar. Right?
Well, if so, I mean,
He might be writing down a list or something, but bribery against us is so raw. Yeah, we don't actually care what creature. I mean, you got to get Grizzlebrand, but because opponent's at 20 life, so just getting Grizzlebrand means, you know, drawing 14 cards, and even with just the 2 or actually 3 mana available, you got to have something.
right.
Come on. It's not that hard to do a screenshot.
Maybe he's ghosting and he's been hearing you talk up click this time and he's thinking about it.
So my deceptive plan works. All right, what did he get? He got Grizzlebrand. All right, you figured it out. And it's just going to pass the turn back here. What just happened?
I have no idea.
I got clock spinning added to my collection. That's funny. All right, so what do I do?
Play
That's really funny.
play Silumgar, I guess.
Just slam it?
Yeah, I think so. This guy has not shown us a single counter spell. We don't have any reason to play around it, and he can't Grizzlebrand into Cryptic Command.
Should I play the island to play around Force Spike?
Sure.
I mean, it matters, right? Like Bazaar.
Yeah. Sure. He
Well,
could have
well,
mana
no, I
type
meant
too.
like having the island is good in our hand too.
Oh well,
Whatever.
we're gonna get this Grizzlebrand. We'll have
Yeah,
plenty of
we're
stuff
just
to
stealing
pitch.
it, right? What could possibly go wrong here? Not
Don't.
mana leak? No.
Well, okay, so that saves him for a turn. Next turn we get to play Skin Renderer
Yeah,
and Recurring Nightmare back.
yeah, that's true.
Then we get a slightly smaller Grizzlebrand, which kind of sucks.
See, now we can't use Bizarre though.
That's true. We wouldn't have been able to use Bizarre anyways, though, right? I guess we would have been able to keep one card in hand.
One card, yeah.
That
Whatever.
matters.
I'm not that worried about it. It would have been way worse if we got Force Spike there. At least we finally found a real counter spell. How dare you, Grizzlebrand? How dare you go on the other side? Yes, he did, Worth. Yes, he did. I'm assuming that the contents of our deck was written down in its entirety. Glenalendra Archmage. That doesn't do it here. I mean, not as it sits.
Actually, ooh, man, that's a 6 Skin Render target, because if they get -1/-1 counters on it, they don't come back.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Chances Skin Render resolves not high.
I think that was it. I think we found the one. See, look at this. He's tapping out.
He's not going to tap out. He's going to blow up Recurring Nightmare. Oh my god, bribery is so good against us. Unexpectedly absent. How much was it for? It was for 0. We're just drawing it.
Well, because he thinks he can counter, right? So,
Oh yeah, but the problem is we don't have enough black mana.
yeah, that's fine though. We can.
Well, the
mean,
noose is
it's
tightening here, buddy.
it's not fine, but
Yeah,
if this resolves, he's going to be in a worse spot than he thought.
that is true. Oh, remand.
Oh, that's a blood.
The full punishment. So this is 9. I suppose we're dead here. So he's got medium to bad counters.
If we draw a black source, we're not necessarily dead. So we can do it all, right?
Yes. Yes, you are correct. Assuming that our opponent has no interactions with us whatsoever, we are not completely dead. Our opponent, who can draw 14 to make their card 21, although if they did, they would have 1 card left in their library, though they'd probably still win. This is like torture.
Not anymore, they wouldn't.
We did it! Now they can't draw twice with Grizzlebrand. Actually, they can. Or no, they couldn't. Yeah, who would have known? They actually found counterspells after drawing extra 7 cards.
What's that?
It's torture. It's perfect card for this right now. I'm just dying here. All right now. What is this? Riftwing on our Soul Ring? Or I would just bounce a Underground Sea or whatever.
Yeah, bouncing a black source gets us dead.
Yeah.
We don't have any like dark rituals or anything. Ah, bummer. We would have had it too.
All right. We can't do anything, right? Just checking? No? All right.
Yeah.
All right, so we want to get Skin Render out of the deck, though, right? Like, even though we saw Glenalendra Archmage, it's still worth to get out
I think so.
and play Gifts or Repeal. I like Repeal.
Yeah, let's see.
I'm going to play Repeal.
Okay.
I like being able to, like, if it's late in the game and he briberies up something huge, we could potentially bounce it. Like, even Grizzlebrand, like, if we draw our Soul Ring again and it's a top deck late. And otherwise we can bounce the O-rings and stuff, which really I think can help. Yeah, bribery is really good, and it's really good against us. I mean, I think Grizzlebrand's just the best bribery target, full stop, right? Like,
I
Eldrazi are
I,
sweet, but
I told you about the time I had a deck that had the only creature in it was Metalworker and Lodestone Golem, and my opponent cast Bribery, and I had Dak in play. So
so you
like,
just stole it.
so yeah, like no matter what he got, like it just
Does he have to?
I don't think it's a May. I'm not sure though. He ended up getting it. I don't know. Maybe he just punted, but
That's funny. No, you can't do that, Shade of Hades. It's sorcery speed.
yeah, that's what makes Recurring Nightmare fair.
If you want to call it fair.
Yeah.
What's going on here?
I don't know.
We being ghosted? All right. There's some business.
Yeah, it's good enough, I guess.
Obviously needs an island.
Does need that.
Uh-oh.
Well, at least we can repeal that if we need to. Get a card.
Yeah, I could have there. He suspended Cloudskate. It's quite good.
Not good for us. Yeah, I feel like we're probably gonna end up repealing that Mox just to.
Just to try to hit that land.
Yep.
I think you're right. Wow, just play that untapped. So this is Jace. Ugh, oh, it's compulsive. All right. It's better than Jace. It doesn't still say that, does it? No, okay. It's like the most miserable feeling in the world.
This is like an awesome vintage play.
We did do it, though.
So yeah. So okay. So if we keep Counterspell up, what do we get to vamp for? That's good. Soul Ring.
Soul Ring? Really? That's the best you can do?
You keep Counterspell up. Next turn, you vamp for Soul Ring. Play Soul Ring. Play Jace. Pretty good.
Doesn't seem that good. I think we just get snapped off. I think I'm just going to do nothing.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, you don't do anything.
I don't
now.
think I want a Vampiric Tutor. I think I want a Vendilion Click, is what I'm saying. Like, because we can't just vamp. Like, we don't have all the pieces we need for some big reanimation thing, so.
I mean, clicking with 7 cards in hand is not a great play, right? Like, I mean, it's tough. It's tough to really interrupt him, with 7 cards in hand.
Our opponent, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. For
Well,
sure.
it depends on what he plays. Like, I would counter this.
Yeah, I have to.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it just runs away with it.
You don't have to. You could. I guess you could click here, and then ostensibly we just get to kill it the next turn.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Because
he
it's
gets
going to go
one
down
card.
to 2. Yeah, I know you're right. I'm doing that.
Let him draw first.
Yeah, you're totally right. Thank God for Woodrow.
I'm just saying, like, normally if they have 7 cards in hand, like, click doesn't usually they've got 2 things that they could do that turn if you're going to draw step them or whatever, right?
Really?
Oh my God,
That's ridiculous.
yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
well, Jace fight.
I like RJ's better. Oh, actually, well,
You don't like our Jace better? What happened there?
Well, I just the cloud skates coming in next turn. I wonder.
Oh, that's
Uh,
fine. Where Jace is going to be at 3. All right. So whatever we put back here has a reasonable chance of getting shuffled if we want a vampiric on our upkeep. I don't know that we do.
yeah. Yeah, we're kind of a piece away from really going off. Like we don't have any discard or bombs. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Let's take a look at our deck. See if we can't come up with a plan of some sort here.
So I'm assuming that he's going to cloud skate our Jace,
Mm-hmm.
right?
He could
So
cloud skate a land and just attack us, but I think you're right.
yeah, because like if that wasn't going to happen, there would be lines that included like vamping for Soul Ring and then Jacing, and obviously hitting something off of that exchange. But um,
I'm just going to go like that. This gives us this because the recurring nightmare looks really horrible here, right? Like no creatures, no creatures in
yeah,
sight.
it doesn't look good.
Right. So the question is, if we want a vampiric tutor, and if so, what for? But
And it depends if he taps out. Um, if he taps out, I think that we vamp for Soul Ring because it gives us an out. Well, okay. I was gonna say if he vamped,
he must
it.
just be like Oblivion Ringing Jace or something.
I was gonna say if he bounced Jace, we could vamp for Soul Ring.
Well, hold on.
Uh,
If he taps out, we need to know what he tapped out for before we figure out anything,
right.
right?
I'm just saying that line would possibly give us like Jace plus leaving counterspell up, which is pretty good. But
But he didn't.
yeah.
We're just getting briberied again. All right. Well, our deck got shuffled.
Okay.
So I guess we're just heroes downfalling Grizzlebrand here, and then makeshift mannequin him next turn. We could also bounce him.
Bounce takes what minus?
It kills Jace. It's -1.
Yeah, I don't like that.
So we just heroes downfall, and then
Unless
makeshift
there's
mannequin.
unless there's something better that we can vamp for. I can't really think of anything.
Well, I mean, we have to get rid of the Grizzle Dad, right?
Yeah, no, I was wondering if there was a better way to interact with it that we could vamp for, but I can't really think of anything off the top of my head.
I mean, we can look at the deck while our opponent once again takes forever to decide that yes, indeed, Grizzlebrand is the card to go for.
For 3 mana, that's the kicker.
It's 4 mana, right? Oh, because we'll have
Well,
used up one.
yeah.
I mean, we like the kind of thing we want to do is like Dragon Lord Selmgar back or whatever, but that ain't gonna happen. One card we wouldn't mind having in our hand is like a Force of Will, like especially if we find something blue with Jace, but. I hate you, Manatize.
That was so brutal.
Got
Ooh.
Grave Titan.
Gravy train.
So we can't vamp and downfall here.
No.
So I think we just don't vamp then.
Yeah.
All right, so we can Jace here. We can return, like Jace is going to die. So we either get one more Brainstorm or we return Grave Titan. Or we kill Grave Titan with Hero's Downfall. And then we take like 6 and then we makeshift mannequin back Grave Titan and hope that it's good enough.
Yeah, I guess I kind of like downfalling Grave Titan and brainstorming and making him attack. Jace.
Just with one of these things. I mean that means
Yeah.
we don't have Hero's Downfall anymore. Like to kill this Jace or something.
Um,
Like it's a pretty
that
big downside. Like because if Jace is going to die anyway, what we're giving up is a Brainstorm. Now,
so
if we
so,
bounce Grave Titan to hand, then we're 2 mana away from just casting it, but we don't get to do it for 4 here. Yeah, I think we're just going to Hero's Downfall it
well,
so that
another.
we can get it down
Okay.
next turn.
I was gonna say we could bounce a token if you wanted to, if you were worried about our life total, you know.
No. I want to get Grave Titan down, and then we have all the tokens we need. So we got a Signet here. That's pretty good.
Also got Prowler, which
Doesn't do anything.
could be good in the future though if we end up
Yes.
hitting a.
Yes.
Um, so so we get to go Signet into
Hero's
Downfall.
on Grave Titan.
Yeah. Which is sweet because then next turn we can go Makeshift Mannequin with Counterspell it, which is obviously good.
Right, that's the idea. Hero down. I still have no idea. Why did our opponent get Grave Titan?
I guess he just thought that was the easiest way to make sure that Jace ended up dying. And I don't know. He wanted to go wide for some reason.
He just could Grizzlebrand into Oblivion Ring or anything. Like,
It doesn't seem like the right bribe, but
well, I guess the thinking probably is that we could return whatever we got to hand. So if they got a singular threat, then we could do it. But I think that person might be underestimating how good it is to draw 14 cards.
yeah. Yeah, maybe he just doesn't want Grizzlebrand like in any kind of zone except for inside our library because he just doesn't want us to reanimate.
And we could just draw it. Okay, you have mana. Are you going to kill Jace or give us a card? Grizzle did not accept the bribe this time around. Grizzlebrand shows that he is a demon of quality and does not accept the bribe, apparently. Stupid Grave Titan was like, hook it up. Alright, he killed his own Jace.
I like that better actually because
Oh yeah, I like that way better. I mean,
I didn't want I didn't want to have to deal with
no,
having to try to attack it next turn.
yeah, that thing was the biggest problem that we had. Unexpected. For how much? 0 again. Are we getting spell pierced here?
It's possible. God, if his plan was to do this and spell pierce us, he's got to be ghosting.
Ghosting, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm going for it. All right.
So when do you sack it? You sack it on the next instant?
Sack what?
The
No, when it gets targeted.
Oh, I see. It becomes like a phantasmal image.
When
Gotcha.
this creature becomes a target of a spell or ability, sacrifice it.
I was thinking of that. There was a card from Theros block
Yeah.
where you turned and
Yeah, no, it's actually really great because like if he goes Oblivion Ring, then we get to put it back in the yard where we could bring it back again.
yeah.
We
It.
should vamp here, right?
I think we vamp
Our top
for.
card is a swamp, so we
I think
should.
we vamp for. Wait, what's in our graveyard right now?
I can pop it out for you here.
So there's nothing super good in there right now, but
No.
if he ends up killing this,
Control magic. See?
so
Yeah.
now I think we vamp for recurring nightmare.
How sweet is
Speak,
that?
yeah,
No, I mean we just blanked control magic.
right, yeah,
Love that. A vamp for recurring nightmare. Play it. Sack a zombie. Get back gravy train.
yeah.
That means I can't trade here, right?
It does mean that. I think we just take. I don't even know if I want to risk blocking with one.
No, we're taking it. We could lose
Um,
to this Riftwing Cloudscape, but if we do, then so be it.
it's definitely a thing because we're going to take another two here.
Yeah. Oh, I know. It's a thing. Is there anything else that we should consider here?
Um,
Can we recurring? Yeah, we can recurring with counterspell up. Yeah, that's great.
it's pretty good. It is hard to race. I mean, he has to hit it. He has to whack us in the air 5 times with that thing.
4 times, but yeah.
Oh, right. We went to 7. Great. Oh, I guess we should probably attack first. I'm assuming if this, because he's not gonna be able to kill both, right?
No,
That's
I
just
shouldn't have
counter
played
spell.
it first, obviously, but
Yeah.
I didn't think about attacking first. So that's just loose. But here we go. And then they're probably going to try to wrath or something.
If that's what happens, I think we're. Are we okay with it?
No, we don't have a creature. It turns off recurring nightmare.
Yeah, I guess we probably do counterspell Wrath of God in this spot
Yeah,
with
sucks
with
because
counter.
our deck is generally quite good against it, but like we could just be blanks, you know?
Right. We don't have a ton of creatures to draw into, and
Yeah,
we probably don't get to do anything like the same turn. You know,
right.
and definitely countering like Elspeths, like anything like that.
Yeah, anything that makes this thing hitting us 4 times more like that much more likely, we would have to cut.
I mean, Elspeth isn't insane, but
But she can
I
kill Grave Titan and leave us with 3 zombies versus 2 in a Cloudscape, which they were in that race pretty
I mean
easily. Like because we
that
have to spend a whole turn recurring nightmaring back.
destroying
Gravy.
Grave Titan isn't that big of a deal, but I think the infinite chumps that it would provide is actually
Yes.
the thing that would kill us.
I
You
mean,
know?
either way, it buys a lot of time. Yeah.
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 Gonna get mana
So
leaked here though. So, all right. That's great actually. I mean, not great, but like letting us
it's
keep
a
our
lot
counterspell is a big game.
it's a lot better for us.
Yeah, because now we can counter the Elspeth follow up or whatever. Hey, I know
That's
you.
that's a good one. Keep
Yeah.
counterspell up.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna cast Demir Signet, but we can't. Wow, that's really good. That can hit, draw a card, and just get back a Grave Titan.
We have to watch our time.
Yeah, we're under 5 minutes. Yeah. We've been playing super slow, and our opponent's only a few seconds behind. Maybe because when you deep tank on bribery, and then somehow come up with the conclusion that, nah, you can keep your Grizzlebrand. I'll figure something else out. It's not worked out well for our opponent. There's no way we should be in this game in any capacity.
Did our opponent drop a Los and clock now?
Yes. This is going to be like an Oblivion Ring or something. Oh, Glenalendra. Got to counter
Uh,
that, right?
I think so.
She,
Yeah,
she just blanks all of our counter spells, so I
yeah.
hate it because that's not the card I want to counter, but like if we don't counter Glenalendra Archmage and just leave counterspell in our hand, what are we even doing with our life?
He knows about it too, which is the
Yeah. All right, well, let's rumble.
we hit land here. We're just running at Wormcoil.
Yes.
Hit
Right?
it. Yeah, because it's not that big of a deal if it gets countered because we do have recurring nightmare and
Yeah.
yeah, like
And
if this
apparently an active Shadow Mage Infiltrator, so
if this gets a hit in and we get to recurring back Gravy Train sacking Wormcoil, it's just yeah.
yeah. I mean, that's just the valueiest. Oblivion Ring on Wormcoil. Sure. And now Elspeth. Unreal.
Jeez.
That is ridiculous. Animate Dead. That's good.
What's in our yard here?
Grave Titan.
Yeah. We're attacking him, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to draw a card. Shackles. That doesn't do much here. Quick check, though, for opponents' possible targets. Riftwing Cloudskate. No, we just get Grave Titan back here, right?
What else did he have?
Nothing.
All right.
Cloudskate was the thing that he had.
We might actually sack. We might actually recurring nightmare one of these tokens away and get a.
Click.
Yeah, because Click can actually still pressure Elspeth if he decides to minus.
I'm going to do it right now.
Yep. We get to look at his last card, see if it's anything good.
Yeah, we could also just get rid of our stupid shackles, which doesn't look very good here. It is War Priest of Thune. We don't care about that. Oh, we do.
It kills Animate Dead.
But we don't care about that, right?
I guess not. It slows us down a turn. It just depends on if we think we can kill him in time. We probably can't tank on it too long. But
I'm just going to get rid of it.
how much time we got left? I can barely see that
Opponent
clock.
has 314. We have 325.
All right.
And they drew Journey. Getting rid of Grave Titan. Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, we need to find something here. Force of Will is not it. Alright, so this attacks him. This attacks Elspeth.
Yeah, what is Elspeth ultimate at?
At 7, she's at 6 right now. But they don't need it. Like, they have lethal on board. We have to find something with this. Swamp? It's not something.
We had nothing in our yard to recurring nightmare.
No, we have nothing. That sucks. Getting that Journey to Nowhere is a big game. Like, that was a tempo hit that I didn't want to take when I took away the guy, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're still just dead here. Ah, that sucks. Oh, there's only 4 of them? Maybe I'm not just dead. Did I count wrong? Oh, yeah, no, we're still alive.
Remember not to pitch Force of Will at any point in this
No,
game.
can't do that.
We cast Grizzle Dad.
Well, then I guess I suggest that we draw Grizzledad here.
Except he can minus, right? Oh yeah, maybe
No.
so attack Elspeth so that Yeah, he
What?
can't minus.
Oh, I could have just killed
Right.
Elspeth. Yeah. Well, we need the card though, so
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
I've been
that.
attacked.
Yes. Oh my God. Slam it. Oh, that is so good right now.
Is that a good card?
One time.
Oh my god.
God, hold up. Just
Hold.
one.
We have lethal in the air.
Hold up one time.
That shouldn't matter. Don't tap mana. Don't don't tap. Don't do it. Everybody's in.
Yeah.
If they have an instant speed removal spell, I guess they would have just used it, right? A bounce spell. No, that would have done it too.
Whatever. I mean, we don't get to play around anything.
Oh, we're still
Oh,
alive.
I think we got this.
Dude, don't you dare jinx it. Are you out of your mind? What's wrong with you? Now we got this because we got Force of Will. Oh man.
That is such gas.
Team. Yes.
Yes. That is so sick.
With John on the stack.
Play to your outs.
That was sweet.
I mean, so like it just goes to show that like, attacking Elspeth is really important, right? Because it like shuts off, it makes it so that even a miraculous top deck,
Yeah,
becomes
I attacked
a
Elspeth
win.
twice there. Both of the
Yeah,
last two
I
turns
know.
I sent
I'm just saying,
3-1,
like
yeah.
in that spot, you could be like, well, we just need to,
Look at
we
the
just
chat. Remember when he used bribery on Gravy Train?
Oh, I know, right?
Oh man, how sick is that?
I was gonna leave after round one, but I'm actually just gonna stay for round two now.
Yeah,
After
you
that
have
one,
to
that was
now. Unreal. That was super sick.
I do have to get some amount of sleep. I'm doing a PPTQ tomorrow
Yes,
for Origins.
I'm not letting
Yeah,
you stay up super late.
yeah,
But the PPTQ is at 10, right?
yeah. I'm probably gonna show up there at like 9:30 or whatever.
Okay.
But it's at the same spot where I won my last one.
Yes,
So.
Efro. Taste it, taste it, taste it, pork bun. Taste it, taste it, taste it. Yeah, the deck's pretty sweet.
How do you get Gravy Train? That's so crazy. Like,
After tanking for literal minutes.
yeah,
Like, we were playing with the stream chat, and you and I, right? Like, because obviously I play faster when it's not you and I because I'll miss something or I won't, we won't have a discussion. I'll just be like, I'm just going to do this.
yeah.
And we still were ahead on clock when we won, too.
Chain must have came off the bicycle.
I'm not saying anything. That was sweet. We are invincible. Give us our phantom points now, and we'll go home. Wow, that was sweet. Now I'm hoping he was ghosting, so he knows how savaged he just got. All right.
I mean, he top deck pretty sick too.
Yeah, totally.
To be fair,
This looks good, right? This is good.
sweet. Yeah. We're gonna go hit with Looter, draw Recurring Nightmare, discard Worm Coil, start the train.
Forest. Nice. Good to hear it. Yeah, send it, Hedge. I want to see what you got. All right, so they played Cliff Drop Retreat, so it looks like our Shackles, if we can find it, should be better. Yeah. Ooh.
Go, bro.
Hope we find some action. We've drawn some lands here. Puppeteer click.
Yeah, I like just ditching lands in the spot until we find a reanimation spell. I don't want to ditch Wormcoil because we could just cast
Yeah,
it.
because we actually have almost enough to just run it straight through. I wish we found a blue spell for force, but we're not. We don't have tons of them, so
It just looks like we have a counter spell here.
yeah. I don't think that's going to stop. I mean, our opponent has 5 cards, so they're probably just going to be like run something out there, you know. Gulp. Jesus. Look at that.
That's a big boy.
We can't do a whole lot about it either. I mean, we could just go bigger, but Soul Ring would be sweet find here too, right?
Yeah, Soul Ring would be good.
Ugh.
Yes.
Man, let's see what we find here.
I mean that could be good at some point.
These are both going to be great, yeah. I guess we can ditch one more land here, I think. Like, that still leaves us 5 in hand hitting our land drop this turn.
Yeah, pretty hard to get
I mean,
punished.
I don't know. Maybe it's worth it to just, like... No, we're just casting these things, right?
I think so at this point.
Yeah.
Like,
So, this way we do have a blue card now for force, though, if something, like, disgusting happens. Now we're taking huge hits here. We're going to have to sack the looter at some point here as well.
we might end up just running out click just to
Oh, yeah, to block twice?
chump a couple of
Oh,
times.
totally, yeah. I am very down for that. The no value puppeteer click.
By the way, like if I was going to look at these lands, I would not expect Desecration Demon to be like I guess he's got one black source, I guess. This guy's been watching you draft Modern Masters 2 a bunch.
Yeah. Should we counter this?
Hey, man.
Like, getting rid of Silumgar seems bad.
Oh, yeah, actually, yes, because then we get to Puppeteer click it next turn.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, totally.
That's pretty sick.
I don't want to get rid of Dragonlord Silumgar at all, but
we get to draw 2 into hitting a reanimation spell for it. You know, like
Yeah.
that's pretty sick. And this gives us like tons of chumps for the demon. This is really ill.
yeah,
It-
that was
it-
actually really good.
In fact, like next turn we get to like so we get to
If you
get
want to click it.
Mole Drifter and then block with Mole Drifter. Then
Yeah,
the
because we
next
get it
turn.
what until our next end step. No, we don't get to block with Muldrifter.
Oh, that's right. This is not the
It's
okay.
if it dies on like their turn, whatever. But let's hit with Looter
Well,
because we have to tap out for click either way.
we miss out on 2 damage, but I guess that doesn't really matter here.
Oh, because it gets haste.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it matters.
It's hard to imagine us doing something different. Like, I mean,
No.
there are cards that we could draw that would change our line, but this is pretty sick.
Yeah, this
And
also
if-
gives us more fodder to looter away. I mean, we have a swamp that we might or might not want, but
Yeah.
value. Like this stuff. Okay,
That's
here's
pretty good.
Animate Dead.
It's good we get to get Silumgar back.
No, we exiled him to force.
Oh, that's right. It exiles.
Oh, if it discarded, it would have been a complete no-brainer, but
Yeah. Well, we can at least discard Worm Coil,
I don't. Do you think
Or-
we want to just to get it back for cheaper?
or we can cast it. Well, it depends on if we draw something that
Yeah,
makes
well,
it so that we
let's
can play.
just not. Yeah, let's just see what we
Yeah.
hit with looter. But yeah, that's pretty funny. He said, "You're welcome for the extra value."
I saw that. See, why pick Muldrifter when you can just steal it?
So I think we just get rid of Delta here, right?
Yeah. It's just worse than a basic at this point.
Mm-hmm. So that thing goes away. And then I guess I just sack Puppeteer click.
I would not sack it because that puts a counter on Desecration Demon. I'd
Yeah,
chump
but
it.
well, so now we don't get the option, but
Yeah. I mean, chumping is better, right? Like you still prevent the damage
well,
and
but the thing is that they can go to attacks if we don't sack them, and they have some way to interact, then they can, and we don't get to block at all. That's the thinking. Anyway,
I,
do I just want to get an island? That would
probably,
give us 5. It would put us 1 away. The
yeah.
problem is we can't cast Grizzlebrand at that pace, but I think that's probably not on the table here anyway. So let's get the
We,
other.
we have a swamp in hand.
Yeah,
We
but
have
that's only 3. We need 4. Um, is it time to sack Looter Ilkor? We'd be going to 1. I guess we can just wait, right? Because we're going to have Una's Prowler to chump block next turn.
Yeah, I actually think that we have to keep Literal Core in play because I think we probably have to play like Una's Prowler plus Animate Dead Wormcoil Engine next
Yeah.
turn. I don't think just tapping out for Wormcoil
Yeah.
is good enough.
No, I mean, that is our plan. Like, I'm actually kind of happy that he used the path here because that means that our Wormcoil has a better chance to actually hit.
Yeah.
Like, because our plan is pretty straightforward. It just requires our opponent to have no removal. Ooh, Hero's Downfall.
That's also good.
That helps.
So
let's
yeah, what?
let's ditch Wormcoil. And
Yeah.
then can we play all 3?
We can ditch Wormcoil,
Yeah, we
Hero's
can-
Downfall,
and play Animate Dead or Prowler, but we want to play. Anyway, let's
yeah.
attack. So that's happening either way. Yeah, Hero's Downfall is a nice rip.
we'd be dead to another exile effect, but I don't
Yes,
think
we
can do
are
anything.
dead to that. And I think that's just, I mean, our opponent. Ooh. Ooh.
Well, I think
Jeez.
we're still pitching Wormcoil no matter what, right?
Yes. I
Jace
wonder
is
if there's-
good.
So we could Jace minus 1, 2, 3, 4, Jace minus and keep up Downfall. That doesn't do anything. So we would Jace minus and then Animate Dead Wormcoil. Otherwise, we can go
You know,
Una's Prowler.
he's missed a couple of land drops, and if he
Yeah.
doesn't hit a land, he actually can't play Desecration Demon. He doesn't have double black right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I want to get as much stuff down to be able to block a lethal Lotus Cobra here. Because
If
we're going to sack Looter Elcor to the Desecration Demon, right? Otherwise,
if we don't-
we could just kill it. Like, we could just Hero's Downfall the thing.
I think I like that line the best. I think I like
Okay.
Heroes Downfalling and Animating Dead, and then
Because what this lets us do is we
Next
play
turn we get to-
Wormcoil, we just pass here, right?
I don't see any big reason to pass. He's not gonna like enchant it, right? Like the only thing that he could do is possibly draw some way to protect it, right?
Well, there's no ways to protect it, I don't think, but
There's also just no auras in this set that he's gonna like. That it's not. I don't think there's any upside to.
to waiting. Oh, you just said that. Well, here I am.
Oh, yeah. So what happens? It sacks it, right?
I don't know.
Yeah. So that's actually not that bad for us.
Yeah, that's not that bad.
Still get the dudes.
We can even sack the Death Touch one to get rid of Desecration Demon if we want. Because I kind of like. I don't hate. Like, I would really like to use Jace to bounce Desecration Demon and then still have Hero's Downfall, for whatever threat they follow up with or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's really mana inefficient to do it this way
No,
now, right?
why?
Well, I
Well, we
mean,
don't care about mana efficiency now. I mean, next turn we can play Jace and Hero's Downfall, like two most expensive cards in our hand, and start cracking in with this worm. Also, these two worms are lethal. Like 2 turns and they're just dead. We could get rid of
yeah.
Looter Ilkor here.
That's kind of why I like just downfalling that thing. Like, I don't think he's going to be able to play anything this
No, but
turn.
I like bouncing it. Isn't it bouncing it just way better? Hey, lazy man.
I mean, we can just bounce like the next thing that he plays too.
Yeah, but bouncing Desecration Demon's really good. It's really, really good because they need a land to be able to play it at all. I think I'm just going to get rid of Looter Ilkor at this point. And then just bounce it and leave up Hero's Downfall and keep both of my worms. Because the opponent has no attack here. We get to attack with 2 really nice threats. Shieldred? Is that good?
That is good. Yeah, I think we just do that, right?
Just do what?
We're just gonna do Shieldred now.
No, because we still have to get rid of the demon.
Yeah, but we get to just sack the Death Touch worm to tap the demon down. He has to sack Wall of Roots on his end step. Then the next turn we get Worm Coil Engine back, and
Yeah,
we
that is true.
kind of do a loop,
Yeah, I think
we could wait a turn. Yeah, we could wait a turn to do that if you wanted. We could go Jace bounce.
Yeah, I think I want to do Jace bounce here.
Jace, but and we're just gonna take a hit from Lotus Cobra, or what's the plan there?
I don't know. That is kind of the awkward part about doing it this way.
I guess we probably shouldn't have attacked with both.
Well, I mean, look, we're closing in on the damage race quite quickly here. All right, I'm just going to play Jace and bounce a demon. And then what we could do is get really...
So if he gets to just kill Jace with Lotus Cobra
we could
right?
kill Lotus Cobra. I mean, it means casting the demon again is just not really a thing. Like, they have to draw a black mana source to replay demon, and demon's kind of not that good at this point, right?
Yeah, could do it that way. We could just play Uma's Prowler.
Yeah, we could just play Una's Prowler as well. That's not bad either, right?
No.
And just block. Like, if he wants to use removal on Una's Prowler, then he still has to deal with these worms.
I mean, he could discard a card, I guess, to eat it, but that's not.
Yeah, but we
deal.
still get to block. Yeah. It's been a weird game.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like we did something out of sequence here, but
I don't think so. I mean, look, like we had a lot of options on that one turn, but they were all good for us, right? Like, we could have bounced the demon with Jace and just Hero's Downfall. Like, that also would have been a thing. Oh, great. Well, we get to put in Shieldred. Woodfall Primus to kill Jace, I guess.
Yeah.
And then kill something else, but don't think that's going to be good enough. Because they can sack it to Shieldred. And there's the demon back again. Do you have another thing? Don't have another thing. Oh, God.
That's pretty good.
Really good another thing.
So he can draw six here.
Yeah, he's going to draw 6. Wow, that was huge. Did not expect that.
At least he didn't get to draw 6 before he played Eureka.
Mm-hmm.
That's bad.
No, he put a beast into play.
Okay.
All right, well, we got outs.
I also think we're just fine here, right?
I don't know.
We get to put back in Wormcoil this turn. He's only got one evasive threat.
Yeah, that's for sure. So yeah, you're right. I think we are fine because we're just going to Heroes Downfall Garrick here and
Yeah.
just chew him up with Sheoldred. Yeah, this actually works out fine for us. Yeah, we're doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, because we get to just trade. We get to trade Wormcoil Lynch for Woodfall Primus if he makes that attack, and eventually he's just gonna attrition out.
Is there an attack here for us?
I we could attack with. Well, no, we can't
Like we
attack
could
with Unis
attack with a
Prowler.
lifelink worm. It probably just trades for a beast.
Yeah, I don't think this turn we have an attack,
Well,
but
it does
I
get
think
us up to 7, which is one ahead of the Desecration Demon.
yeah, there's just no way that Desecration Demon's gonna ever
No, it's not
contact
hitting
us.
us. Yeah. All right, I'll just wait. So
Yeah,
go Sheoldred, go. We're both on 0, but we've got Sheoldred and they don't. So,
no, they sack.
do we just sack
Wildroots.
Wormcoil to the demon?
Um,
Like if they draw a removal spell, we'll be sad. But come on, what are the chances, right? We get it back. We don't get anything. Otherwise, we're getting Looter Ilkor back.
yeah,
And it leaves behind 2 worms. Yeah, this has to be worth it.
yeah, I'm just thinking about blocking the Woodfall Primus. Like, what's the best way to do that? Because Woodfall Primus is
The
a
best
big
way to do
trample.
that is to have infinite random worms lying around that we don't care about, like this, and then
Yeah.
just getting back the thing over and over again. Like, is this good?
Yeah,
Like we've now put our opponent in the lock on their own Desecration Demon. How sick is that? Yeah.
it's pretty ill.
Just
Yeah.
spewing tokens out.
We also got to just start attacking with the Unis Prowler.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It was a quick clock.
Let's see. So he's Eurekaing, which seems like kind of okay for us, right?
Yeah, it's good for us.
Um, you want to just put in more big things, like
No, I think we're good on big stuff. I'm just wondering, like, can we interact? Like, does repeal do anything? Maybe, probably not.
if he goes for an early Eureka, like we're never gonna have enough mana to repeal anything super busted.
No, we could.
He had black.
We could
He had black
Mindslaver.
cards, so I don't think Shadow Mage Infiltrator is very good. Yeah, except that he's just kind of a big creature deck, and like Mindslaver is kind of shitty against those kind of decks, right? Because they don't
Like,
like they just have a bunch.
waste all their spells. Yeah,
Yeah,
man, we're so lucky he didn't just snap off minus Garrick and just got greedy.
yeah. I definitely like, man. I have a hard time if I can minus Garrick right away and draw 6. I always do it.
All right, I think we're drawing up, discarding Grizzlebrand, and just going for Animate Dead. Right?
Yeah, depending on what we draw.
I mean, I'm saying like independent of what we draw. Like I just say, just go here, right?
I mean, if we drew a Una's Prowler, I wouldn't do it, but yeah,
Sure. But here we just say go, right?
yeah, I think so.
Villainous Wealth has been called. No, Shackles is good against this opponent. It's not good on this board, obviously.
Soon you'll be swimming in villainous wealth. Yeah, we're
He
just
said,
sitting
he
there.
said F6? Yeah, something like that. I
Yeah,
don't have the heart.
Butterfingers.
Yeah, silly me.
Remember Nick one time at the shop missed his first land drop so that he could Phylactery Lich me back in Corset, or what was that card? It was it was a Phylactery
Phylactery
Lich.
Lich was the one that needed artifacts or whatever.
Yeah, no, it was the what was the like it was like a mummy or something. If it was in your yard,
Oh,
and you
Pharaoh,
attacked,
that Pharaoh.
yeah, yeah. Didn't work out for him.
That somehow didn't come together.
I mean, I guess it was kind of cool having a free removal spell, but like that's also cool just having a land on turn 1. It's a important part of the game.
Opponent's doing nothing.
Yeah.
So if we,
It's hard. He can't really like because Mana Leak's already out, right? There's just not a whole lot of other uh,
yeah, yeah, you're
single
right.
blue counter spells. You know, we just run it.
All right. It's funny. I'm wondering if we actually should have just.
You want to get Underground Sea?
Oh yeah, I should have gone Underground Sea. If we
That way
should,
we don't lose a life.
yeah, if we should have just gotten Gravy Train. You know, it's a big handful to deal with early. We do have a bit of an issue doing stuff with these cards. Let's just say that Grizzle, like, let's say he has some way to kill Animate Dead or whatever. You know,
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, I'm not sad. We just made Grizzlebrand. So should we activate it? That's the question. Like, if he has Crows and Grip, he can kind of get us. Do we want to discard a bunch of stuff? Probably, right?
Yeah, I think with the recurring nightmares, probably not that
Yeah,
bad.
and we're going to activate it once no matter what anyway. All right. So there's some stuff. All right. So we'll discard a bunch of lands. So there's Go for the Throat. But we should be set up here, right? Like
I think so.
We have Looter Core. I don't think we want to go down to 4. And we'll just die to that Elvish
No.
Mystic.
Would have been really nice to hit Soul Ring, but
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. All right, so lands are going away. Do we want to keep Bazaar?
I don't think so. It's going to be such a pain to play that card like at any point in this game. Yeah,
Is
like
it?
I
We're
think
going to have 7 cards.
our mana is going to be kind of tight though, right? Moving forward.
Oh, I
Like,
see what you're saying. Yeah,
I don't feel like
true.
I don't feel like we're going to be able to take a turn off of
So we
mana
want Gravy
development.
Train in the yard for sure, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I can do at least. All right, so Bazaar's not happening.
Yeah, because the idea is that we play
Is
Looter
Shackles the thing
Elcor.
we're doing this game?
It's
Puppeteer
not-
Click we could just play eventually.
Yeah, we could also just ditch it.
Right.
I mean, we don't really have any. Well, I guess we have Heroes Downfall, so we could technically get something in the yard. But
Islands are good with Shackles. I just don't think we're actually going to do Shackles-y stuff. Next turn we just play Looter Ilkor, right?
yeah. Looter Elcor into hopefully Recurring Nightmare and then Grizzle Gravy.
I don't think we actually get Grizzle.
No, we go Gravy first
Oh,
and
Grizzle
then.
Gravy. I see.
Yeah.
I thought you were just shortcutting it.
Yeah, Force of Will makes this plan even better.
Yeah, it makes it great. Yeah, opponent's missing land drops and has a weird stop set on our draw somehow. Oh, that's sweet. Look what Ephro said.
What up?
Play
Play
Shackles
Shackles.
so we can steal his Wall of Roots and then recur it away.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, that's it.
It's a little slower, but I like it. It also obviously takes him off of mana. He's missing like mana drops here, so
It only sets the looter plan back a turn because next turn we get to. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
very likely sets our opponent back. It also lets Looter Elcor be food for Force of Will and leaves, so we have like 2 hard counters. Hey, how dare you damage my future goods? All right, so this is a Vengevine.
Whatever.
Whatever what.
Uh.
So he hits us with it for 4. We go to 6. We untap. We steal his Wall of Roots. We don't have enough mana, though, to play Recurring Nightmare that turn. We would have a counter spell up. We could chump block with the wall.
So are you thinking about countering?
Oh, no. Wait a minute. We get to just use the wall, right?
Yeah.
So we just steal it, use the wall, and then go off. So I think we just let him have Vengevine. I don't think we care about that much. We can have Gravy Train or whatever on the battlefield next turn. Oh, Wall of Roots, you poor, poor sap. Yeah, we do have enough mana, correct. This is going to be sweet.
This will be sweet. This would never work in flavor draft, by the way.
Because you can't shackle a wall.
No.
That is true. Can we not use it if he does this?
Oh man, I don't know.
It does say it's only once each turn.
Is it per player?
I don't know. We'll find out. Yeah, no, I can't use it.
Oh my god, Ephro.
He got us. and I also tapped so that I could play the signet, or so that I could play the thing.
Ephro gets the critical information in about 2
Well, we
seconds
do. Well,
too
we
late.
have. I mean, look, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
We have a blocker here.
Right.
I think I'm just going to play the signet. I could also play the looter though instead to make sure that we have a creature. Like I could chump block. And then just
Looter doesn't block.
No, I chump block with this, and then I have a creature for
Recurring nightmare. Oh, okay. I thought you meant to have
It gives
a
us a
second.
redundant creature, so I'll do that.
Yeah.
Ephro got us. That was pretty sweet by our opponent, though. He snapped it off. I like that. I respect that. And then we still have Force of Will here if we absolutely have to. And this still actually did accomplish a decent amount. Like, taking the Wall of Roots means that our opponent just doesn't get that mana, right? So that's a pretty big game.
What just got played? No. Nothing. Oh, no. Do we let Channel Resolve and then just counter the... It really depends, right? Because
Yeah, it depends on a lot. I think we just force this.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, it's so dangerous to let it go. Like, they could play Ulamog and blow up, Shackles or something stupid. Like, we have a really good board state here for us.
The uncle himself is the tough one.
Yes.
Nobody likes it when the creepy uncle shows up and wipes out your board.
Yeah, we could just easily lose the game on the spot there to Emrakul. Makeshift Mannequin.
I don't think that...
It's kind of interesting.
Yeah. Probably doesn't change our plan, right?
No.
Be nice to hit Wormcoil Engine here. That would be a better thing to...
How about Shieldred?
It's pretty sweet.
Like, Sax the Vengevine.
Yeah. It's pretty dope. I mean,
Grave Titan does a decent job at what we're trying to accomplish here, too, though. I feel like it's probably just recurring for Grave Titan, and then next turn we can makeshift back Shieldred and kind of lock it down. Do you agree?
yeah, yeah. It's a little bit of a bummer to wait a turn, but I guess like I'm trying to think of like what he could have because he does have lethal on board. Like he would need to be able to interact in like two
ways. I just don't want to risk it.
Yeah.
Can I play the Signet here? Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I like that.
Ephra's saying we should have mannequined in Titan, but
No?
it's the thing.
Well, I guess I can't now anyway.
Yeah.
Gravy train, all aboard.
Yeah, next turn, do you want to get Shieldred Mac by sacking a token or Grizzle? Because if Grizzle connects once, then we're kind of out of range, right?
Yeah, I don't think this deck has any reach or anything, though.
We could just
I think Shieldred just locks down the game.
Makeshift Mannequin doesn't give haste, does it?
No.
Okay.
He's GG'ing. Yeah, he says no land sucks. So his hand is... So he was actually going for Blightsteel Colossus. And
Sweet
Masticore,
guy.
maybe. What does Blightsteel Colossus do against this? It kind of wrecks us, right?
Yeah, it's not the easiest card in the world to deal
Like
with.
if we